Hello everyone, this is Bird's Eye Tarot and welcome to another reading. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're going to find out what's coming to an end to make way for the new possibilities that you are meant to experience. So today what I did was I just asked Spirit what I should talk about. And the universe responded with the Death card, the Ten of Wands, and the Star. So to me, what this means is that you're releasing, we as a collective are releasing a huge burden. Okay, it's because the Death card is not scary. It doesn't mean physical death. It means change. It means the end of something to make way for something new. And especially with the Star card at the end, which is the card of hope, the card of new possibilities. It's the card of inspiration and healing and cleansing. It's that, mystical bath that we enter into these waters and we come out new and completely filled with these incredible possibilities that we never dreamed of before. Okay, so that's what the reading is going to be about today. If you would like to, of course, as always, during my shuffling, which I'm going to do during each pile, just hit the right arrow button if you're on a computer, or just press the right side of your screen, double tap, in order to skip over it a little bit. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video, as well as comment down below. And if you want to join in with the blessing for this reading, comment down below. I expect new possibilities, and you're in. Okay. Also, what we're gonna do is we're going to do both a protective and a blessing candle for this reading for us all. So I want you to think about, and you could skip over this if you want, go straight to your pile. The links are in the description. But if not, I want you to focus on this candle for a second. Take a few deep breaths, and I'll do it with you. And then just put in your intent. Put in what you want to happen in your life. What your dream is. Not what you think can happen, but what you absolutely dream to happen. Your most incredible possibility. I want you to envision yourself, or at least just make a mantra for yourself if you can't envision those possibilities. And we're going to just take a few deep breaths while you do that. So just focus on the candle. And out. In. Out. In. Out. Breathe like you love yourself. One more time. In. Breathe in the love, breathe in the light. And out. And put that intention into the candle. Wow, I can feel some of your intentions are very strong, very beautiful. And I'm also going to put in the intention in this candle to bring us protection, strength, and light, for cleansing and for renewal in the most beautiful, comforting, loving way. So mote it be. Say it with me. So mote it be. Let's do it. As we will it, and so it is. Okay. Oh. So the candle is, the light is struggling to stay on, okay? So what that means, I think, is just that it might take a moment before we can really dive into these new possibilities, these intentions. There's some blockages that this candle and your own intentions, your own work, and your own manifestations are going to work through. But see, it's staying true to itself. It stayed lit. It didn't go out. Okay, so that means our intentions will come to pass. It just is going to take a little bit of a push, and that's normal. That's totally normal. That's basically what's expected, right? what everybody has to go through. If the candle went really bright really quickly, that could mean that we're going to get overwhelmed with the success of our intentions, and that sometimes is not as good of a result, or it's not as pleasant of a result, okay? So we're going to put this over here very carefully. I'm going to make sure you can see it in the camera. Okay. All right, so let's get started. So pile selection. We are going to use the Moonology deck for this pile selection. So I'm going to shuffle it over here just, well, yeah, that's okay. If it goes out from shuffling, that's okay. I'll just relight it. So please, Spirit, show us, give us a card for pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3 for their greatest and highest good, just to help them bring in those intentions that they want and to guide them. Pile 1, 2, pile 3. So group or pile number 1 is confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. And group number 2 is the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. And group number 3 is adjustments are required, third quarter moon. Use your intuition to choose. Please don't choose based on the messages of the card, because these are just a little bit of the overall energy, okay? And it doesn't have anything to do with the results. All right, so pick your card and we will get started with group number 1. Okay, so group number 1, if you chose confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo, this is your reading. So group number 1, first of all, if you didn't watch the introduction, we're asking the universe what's coming to an end to make way for new hope and new possibilities. What new possibilities are on the horizon that you can take advantage of and you can, that you can look forward to, and where things are going now and what you can do to find this new path. So, first of all, let's find out what's ending before we find out what's beginning, okay? So, Spirit, for group number 1, please tell us what's coming to an end in order to make way for these new possibilities. What is coming to an end for group number 1, please? So we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So for group number 1, first of all, what's coming to an end is this endless cycle of work and sleep and rinse and repeats, okay? Like, it's this monotony of life is not going to be with you forever. You're going to have new excitement and new possibilities coming in, and this feeling of being tied to a job is not even just feeling stuck, but just feeling like you only can work and you don't get to enjoy life is really, that's coming to an end. Another thing that's coming to an end is financial difficulty, is also feeling rejected by people. For a long time, you might have felt like you didn't fit in. You were rejected by all the people that you found whose energy you enjoyed, and you felt like you were not worthy of. It ended up telling you for some reason that maybe you weren't worthy of their attention, you weren't worthy of their love or their respect because they set boundaries with you, or you grew apart from them in one way or another, and you felt abandoned. I think that that's amazing. The more negative, quote unquote, these cards can be for these endings, the better it is for you. So that's amazing. So that sense of feeling rejected and feeling like you don't fit in, feeling left out in the cold, that is coming to an end for you, pile 1. For some of you, you might have some health problems, especially with bones or muscles or even your stomach. I'm feeling a little bit of stomach something, and also mental health issues. Those issues are going to come to an end slowly but surely. They're coming to an end. Um, this is the Tree of Life, by the way. If you know anything about tarot, I didn't know that for a long time, that is the Tree of Life. So I want you, for your own benefit, to just pick one of these stars, and then before you research it, pick one of the stars, and then go online and just look up the Kabbalah Tree of Life, and then look at what the star was that you picked, like what area of the tree that you picked was, and comment down below what it was, and that's going to tell you either and or what's coming to an end, and what's beginning for you, okay? What part of your life this is affecting, all right? But first, pick one of those stars, one of those pentacles. And the feeling like you're working for nothing also is coming to an end, that there's no reason. Sorry, I keep trying to pick a card and they're sticking. I'm also hearing some people feel rejected by a group, and that's been bearing on you for a long time. Maybe there was a friend group that you feel rejected by, or a work group that you feel rejected by, and that sense of rejection is coming to an end. Speaking of feeling stuck, how funny is that? Yeah. So this feeling of stuckness, as I said, I didn't want to say stuckness for this card, because that's not necessarily even what it means. But as I tell you, follow your intuition, because that's exactly what came up. This woman feels stuck. She feels tied down. But in fact, let's see. Look at her ropes. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, look at those ropes. They're not even tied tight. Okay, she's got a sword there. If she moves, I mean, there's a million ways for her to get out of there. So what this is saying is that you're not stuck. You feel stuck, and that's valid. How you feel is totally valid. And there might be reasons why you feel stuck, and maybe for a while you have been stuck, but that is coming to an end, okay? So, group 1, let's continue here. So the next question is, what are the new possibilities on the horizon? Okay, what are these new possibilities? What can you look forward to? What can you expect? I think a feeling of lack of confidence is coming to an end. There's going to be something in your life that's going to help you feel a lot more confident. Confidence comes from the inside, okay, first of all. But there are situations in our life that can prove to us that we are worthy of confidence, and that can help us get through those confidence issues. So the new possibilities. Okay, so we have the 5 of Cups. Let's just get all of the cards. We have the 7 of Cups. Okay. And we have the 2 of Wands. All right. So, what new possibilities are coming in? This is, I mean, honestly, this is also telling me about things that are coming to an end. But so, first of all, what we just talked about, those feelings of rejection, those feelings of being stuck, and that feeling of being caught in this routine 9 to 5 or whatever hours you have, or stuck in multiple jobs that you hate or whatever. you know, or feeling like your financial situation is never going to get better, that is coming to an end to make way, okay, for feeling free. Because, you know, in the Five of Cups, this can be about sadness, um, about crying over things that have happened in the past, about looking at the past and feeling sad about it. But the thing that this girl here is does have is validation for her feelings. So for a long time, you may have felt invalidated. You may have felt like your feelings didn't matter. Okay? And whatever new possibilities are coming in are going to help you realize that your feelings are valid, that your feelings are worth feeling, and that it feels good to feel our feelings, even when they're difficult feelings. When we start to learn how to just feel them, how to just embrace them like an old friend coming to our home, that's when we start to really work through those feelings. And also when we feel validated for them, we know that we are right for feeling those feelings because we are human. So you're going to see what's coming in for you is you're starting to humanize yourself like you humanize other people, because you're extremely empathetic. You are extremely you have such a beautiful soul. And right now you might be going through a difficult time, and that's coming to an end to bring in this feeling of validation, of knowing that you are right for feeling how you feel. Okay? Your dreams are coming true. There's a lot of people watching right now, apparently, which is amazing news for me. But really, the Seven of Cups can be about illusions, but it also can be about dreams, about our dreams coming true. And I see that these financial dreams, this plan that you have been making, that you felt like was so far away, is coming to fruition. And I'm not just saying that, this is what the cards are telling me. I mean, the thing is that you might have to go away from a work environment, or some environment, a place, a situation that it's going to be a little hard to let go of. However, it's going to be making way for these most beautiful dreams that you can possibly imagine coming into your life. Okay, they really are. And they seem very far away, like they're illusions right now, but they aren't. They really aren't. What else this is allowing for you, what is coming in for you, these possibilities, is feeling like you have a choice. Because for so long, you may have felt like you didn't have a choice. You felt like you were watching people who were so wealthy, who were living their life, who on Facebook maybe, or on Twitter, or social media, and they were living their life. They had good bodies, they had this and they had that, they had money, and you felt like you were so that there was so much distance between you and that kind of life. But what's coming in for you is that life is going to come to you. You're going to start having the motivation to make more money, the motivation to get into the workout routine that you want. Not that you have to. Everybody is beautiful. But some people, you know, some people want to, it's kind of it's a fun game, a life game for us, to watch our bodies change in a new way, through work and through you know, through working out, through yoga, through the gym. And so what's coming in for you is you're finally getting that spark of motivation and confidence to go to the gym, to start a workout routine, to start you know, making your channel on YouTube, you know, whatever it is, this dream that you have, that motivation is coming in, because for so long you didn't have it. It was like you wanted to do it, but you just could not force yourself out of bed, or you couldn't force yourself to get started. Maybe you were afraid of the failure, the possibility of failure. And I'm not saying you're never going to fail. Of course, we're all going to fail sometimes. But at the end of the day, that's not what's happening. At the end of the day, you're letting go of all of this sadness and all of this feeling of unworthiness, and you are bringing in choice. The ability to make a choice and to know that that's the right choice. You have the key to success. Whereas before, you felt like it was so far out of reach. Okay? So, is there anything else? Where are things going now? Okay, so um, to pile 1. Let's ask one more question. So, or actually, 2 more questions. So, for group 1, Spirit, where are things going now? Where's the energy leading to if things continue as they are? Let's just get two cards for that. Where are things leading to continue as they are now? If the energy stays similar to how it's been heading. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. So you may be wanting to go to school to study something new. You may be you know, you I'm hearing debt for some of you. Some of you really want to get out of debt, and that's what's been holding you back for a while is debt. But things are going, yeah. Oh, we have the 5 of Swords. Interesting. That was 2 5s. So there's a lot of change happening here. All right. So yeah, as far as the energy has been heading, so it's changed now because you've watched this reading. But before the readings occurred, you were going into maybe paying off some of your debt, but also it could have just been feeling really stuck by your debt, feeling like the debt is never going to go away, and that the only solution would be to maybe go bankrupt or maybe to move into a smaller place or to sell things that are really near and dear to your heart. Okay? So that's where the energy was going before. All right? So where is the energy going now that they know, that group 1 knows about these new possibilities? I need to shuffle again, sorry. Okay, 8 of Wands. And the Fool. That is amazing, guys. That is so amazing. So where the energy is going now is a very quick new beginning. Very quick. Sometimes just knowing the information about the future and about the energy is all it takes to really change it. Sometimes it doesn't even take a huge push from us because the push comes from so deep within us that it doesn't even feel like that much effort. So, I mean, there's going to be effort no matter what. Effort is unavoidable, unfortunately, with my ADHD, I understand. But this new beginning that you've been wanting for so long, or that you've been wishing for but not thinking was possible, is coming in for you because the 8 of Wands is something coming in very quickly. Okay? And I think it could come in through a message. You might be getting a very unexpected message. Maybe after you put out some of whatever kind of work you do, or sending out those resumes, or making a new painting and putting it in your portfolio and sending out to people, or making a new piece of graphic art, whatever it is. It's gonna come in so quickly. Okay, so let's get one Witch Oracle card. Actually, no. What we're gonna do is this. We're gonna get the Wisdom of the Oracle card. For any final advice from Spirit, please. Flexible. All right. So yeah, you're going to be able to have more flexibility in your life. Time flexibility, mental flexibility, even physical flexibility flexibility in general is going to come much more easily to you, because maybe for a long time you felt stagnant and like you didn't like certain changes, but changes are going to come much more easily to you. And the universe is also asking you to start working on that flexibility. And you can even, sometimes our body and our what, not sometimes, all the time, our body and our minds are connected. So if you can work on your physical flexibility, and don't push yourself into stretches, but things like yoga and stuff like that can really help your mental flexibility. Please remember, as somebody who's had some injuries because of yoga, because I pushed myself into poses that I shouldn't have, take your time. Find what feels good, as Yoga with Adriene says, okay? But slowly but surely work on that flexibility, and you will get so far. I'm feeling such strong energy from you guys. Like, y'all are destined for greatness. I'm not kidding. Okay? So, group one, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Comment down below that I am ready for flexibility, okay? And I will see you next time. All the best of luck and light to you, okay, my friends? So, we're going to get to group two in just a second. I am going to make sure my headphones are not connected to my phone, because that might mess up the audio. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so group two, if you picked the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon, then this is your reading. So thanks so much for being here, guys. So the first question is, what's coming to an end, so we can make way for those beautiful new possibilities? So what's coming to an end? Let's use the lights here, Stack. So Spirit, can you please tell us, for the greatest and highest good of group two, what's coming to an end? I think I have an idea. We're going to change stuff. I know this is last minute, but we're going to change this. If you don't want to see the shuffling, skip over. I'm going to just shuffle all of the cards now, and then that way there's no shuffling. That means the reading for groups 2 and 3 might be a little bit shorter, but that's okay. So it's coming to an end. All right. So, in Spirit, what new possibilities are on the horizon for group 2? What is it that what surprises, good surprises are coming up for them? What new possibilities are there for group 2? Okay, and then for group 2, what in the way the energy has been going now, what would happen if no changes are made? And for group 2, now that they know what's going to happen, and finally, what advice do you have for group 2? All right, so group 2, if you chose the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon, then this is your reading. So the first thing that is coming to an end is the feeling like you need to heal. Because you, my love, are already perfect, are already so beautiful inside and out. And you've had so much heartbreak. And that heartbreak lately may have slowed down. There might be less and less lately, but not necessarily. For some of you, this heartbreak is still going on. But you definitely feel the need to heal yourself. But I think what you feel like healing is it's changing who you are. But that's not the case. What really healing is bringing back the things that cause us to be bringing back those pieces of us, those fragments of us that we lose, that are the true self. Okay? So what's coming to an end for you to make way for those new possibilities is feeling these scars all the time, feeling like you are a scarred, wounded individual. Okay, that is coming to an end. Okay, what else is coming to an end is feeling unlucky. It's feeling like every time you start to get what you want, or you think you're going to get what you want, you think you're going to get the new job, or get the new girlfriend and boyfriend, or every time you think that you're going to have a financial windfall, it falls through. Or maybe you just are clumsy. Maybe you just have bad luck. Maybe you just, you lose phones, or you say awkward things sometimes, and everybody does. Everybody does that. Sometimes people might react to it, and in a very negative way when it's really not that big of a deal. But some people are just like that. But you're gonna start meeting the right people. You're gonna start you're gonna end being in these situations that make you feel like you're the unluckiest person in the world, or that you know of, right? And you're not gonna feel like you are always on the verge of getting what you want, but you just never can reach it. It's like, I just feel like there's that box, and in the reverse, she wants to reach it, but it's like, ooh, not quite there. Okay? It's like your wishes just are never granted, and that is coming to an end. Your wishes will be granted in the future. Right, what else is coming to an end? Okay. Is a lack of intimacy. It's a lack of human connection. It's a lack of feeling blessed, again with this luck. Okay? It's the lack of this fire within you. It's like for a long time maybe you just felt like a blank slate, and you had no new ideas, and you've felt like you were caught in a web of deception, is what I'm hearing. You felt like you've had to close your eyes to people who have done you wrong. And that's coming to an end. You're going to start opening your eyes and identifying it when people do you wrong. You're going to start opening your eyes and identifying when you have new opportunities. And you're not going to turn a blind eye to them anymore. Okay? And I'm not saying you intentionally did that, but I think that through conditioning and just through that experience of having bad luck, you are that that's starting to be proven wrong to you. You're going to start seeing that you're not actually that unlucky. That you just have been, conditioned in a way that now your thoughts manifest these difficult situations, and that's over. That's over very soon for you, especially with this Ace of Wands. And people putting out your fire, people taking away that flame. Like people might criticize you when all you need is support. People might, as soon as you do something new, somebody might come to you and tell you all the things that are wrong about it instead of supporting you in your new venture, and that's coming to an end. I think some people are going to start opening their eyes to how their words affect you, and this isn't necessary, by the way, but for some of you, it is the case that some people are going to start being more supportive of you because they're going to see that their words do have power, just like yours do. And you're going to have a better support system. Okay, so not if you have a faulty support system, that is coming to an end. Okay. All right. So let's see what these endings are making way for. So we have the Five of Coins reversed. So I feel like this is very similar to pile one in a way, because they also had this feeling of either being left out in the cold or having these financial difficulties that just keep piling on and piling on. And so this is recovering from that. You're finally going to be able to catch up with the bills. You're finally going to feel like you can pay the rent and you won't have any trouble with that. It's like you're going to be able to pay your bills and you're going to have something left over. You're going to have friends that that support you and that you can rely on. That you don't have to mistrust too much. Of course, we should always have a healthy amount of I don't want to say mistrust, but skepticism of other people, because we cannot we can't always predict how people are going to act and what things are going to trigger people. And sometimes betrayal is just, not sometimes, but betrayal is part of life. So, but you're going to start having a more open heart to people because you're going to realize that whether they abandon you or they betray you or not, what's important is the now. So you're going to start living in the now. You're going to start understanding what it means to live in the present. And you're going to start being more grounded, being more in your body and not in so much in your mind. Strength. Okay, so I think another thing that's ending for you is feeling like you have some trouble watching your mouth, feeling like you have some trouble saying things that people find, I don't want to say offensive, but maybe offensive, or maybe just being impulsive. You're going to start feeling more in control of what you say and how you say it, and you're going to feel less like everything you say is like offending somebody in some way. Another thing is that you are going to start having a better understanding of power dynamics, and not feeling like you're always struggling against butting heads with people. You're going to start having a lot more harmony with people, okay? And you're going to be able to also set strong boundaries with people, because right now your boundaries may be weak and they may not be sufficient. So you're going to be setting stronger boundaries with how people talk to you, especially, you're going to lovingly um, uh, disallow people from talking to you any old way they want to, okay? People aren't going to start running their mouth to you as much anymore because they know that you're not going to tolerate it. And if they do, and you might, people sometimes deserve a second chance, but that is totally up to you. But you're not going to give people unlimited chances anymore, all right? And that's going to make you feel very like that's going to enhance your self-efficacy, and the way you feel about yourself is going to improve so much. Okay, and then we have the King of Coins reversed. So when they're all reversed, that means to me that they're meant to be upright, which is kind of how I was reading it anyway. So with this King of Coins, what's coming to you is feeling stable finally. You felt very unstable, you felt very unbalanced, you felt like things were never going to stabilize, like things were always maybe changing too much. Because life has changed, that's normal, we want change, change is great. But sometimes when things are just always just back and forth, always like in places we can't predict, and it's so anxiety producing. And so you are finally finding a stable place. You might be moving to a place that you're going to be living for a long time, and you're going to feel rooted there, like you have a home. You might have to find a place where you find your tribe, okay? Because I feel like you've been felt very lost and in the cold, and you don't have a tribe, like you have nobody to rely on, that has nobody to support you, and you're gonna feel very supported from the inside out. So you're gonna start feeling like you can support yourself emotionally and physically. And that is going to lead to, that is really going to affect your environment and the people around you. You're not going to have to, and you're not even going to have to try that, because once you feel this stability from within you, that is going to reflect on the outside of you pretty much immediately, okay? And you're going to stop feeling like you need to race. For a long time, you felt like you just have this like this devil behind your back pushing you, like this fire behind your back pushing you, but it's not a comfortable fire, it's too hot. And like now you're going to start slowing down. You're going to breathe. You're going to practice yoga or meditation or whatever, qigong, tai chi, something. Like you're really going to be able to take a deep breath and just slow down. You were not going to feel this pressure anymore. Like you must like get things done really quickly. Like you're wasting time. Like this. It's just this anxiety that's kind of just always pressing you. It's gonna calm down. Okay. All right. So that's what's coming in for you, group 2. So let's see. So how is this going to manifest? So these are both reversed. So this is gonna, oh wow, okay. So this is gonna manifest by you starting to follow your intuition. We have 2 major cards here, so this is huge energy, and that the wheel is finally turning in your favor. And like I said earlier, if you felt like you had bad luck, your luck is going, oh sorry, this was if it didn't continue to go in the right way. So, but I think that you were already, that's why I started saying that you were already going in this direction. So my last 2 questions are kind of the same. I think that you were already very aware of these things, and the fact that they needed to change, that they needed to come to an end, and you already had a vision of what they needed to be. So this is just confirmation for you. So, and this is also confirmation that the wheel is going to turn in your favor. Okay, so but let's look at the other cards that I did get. Okay. So we have the 6 of Pentacles and Justice. So you're not going to be relying on anybody else, okay? And that's because the wheel is already going to be turning for you in a better direction, right? Your luck is going to really turn around. But things, you're not going to feel like you need anybody else for validation. You're not going to feel like you need anybody else to support you in any way, because things are going to feel all right for the first time in maybe your whole life. Things are going to feel like they're balanced. Finally, that devil is going to stop pushing you. That fire is going to turn into a healthy and a healthy fire, a fire that helps motivate you rather than a fire that makes you anxious. And things are just, and people are going to look at you in a very special way. You have this energy to you that has been locked away for so long, and people are going to start noticing how much your energy has changed because your real self has been coming out, and you don't need anybody else for validation anymore. So there's this like shield that you've had over you because you felt like you had to protect your heart so much, and what's coming in is you don't need that shield anymore, because no matter what people do, you know it's going to turn out okay. You know, even if somebody hurts you, and they're not necessarily, I'm not predicting that necessarily, I'm just saying even if somebody does, you on the inside are going to remain stable. And this was not the case in your past, I think. Okay? And you're not going to need this shield anymore, because whether somebody tries to stab you in the heart or not, metaphorically, it's not going to puncture it, because your strength comes from the inside, right? So that was group 2. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. It would mean so much to me. I also do a monthly blessing for all those in general who support me by giving me those likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. Also hit the bell icon and press all so you get all of the notifications. That helps me with the algorithm so I can get more viewers and help more people get the messages they need to get. Okay? All right, group 2, thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love you, and I will see you next time. Okay, group 3 in just a moment. Oh my God, if you're still here from group 2, I'm so sorry, I forgot to do this. Um, your advice is a change in the wind. So your advice is just to accept change, because things are going to change, things are going to change quickly, and your advice is just to embrace it and even to encourage change. Try to get out of your comfort zone, okay? So I'm sorry I didn't get that message to you before. All right, group 3. This is going to be your shuffling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the cards first, and then we're going to do the reading. So the links in that should be in the description. If you want to skip this, please feel free to do that. So first, please give for group 3, Science and Greatest Good, give us what is coming to an end to make way for their new hope and possibilities, okay? Group 3. So for group 3, what new possibilities are on the horizon for them to take advantage of? And for group 3, how are things were things going now, without knowing about where this was going before? So where were things going before? 2 cards, please. Now that they know about where this was going, what new possibilities can they expect to happen now that they have changed the energy by watching this reading? And one piece of advice for group 3, please. All right, so if you chose adjustments are required, third quarter moon, group 3, this is your reading. So the first thing that is coming to an end. So we have the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is about illusions. It's about things that are not real, things that maybe, and even in this cup she's holding a glass of wine, so it could even be about drinking, overindulging in wine, beer, food, drugs, things like that. So if you do have a habit, a bad habit, whether it be substances, whether it be thoughts, whether it be sex, whether it be going into bad relationships, thinking that you can heal him or her by being in a relationship with that person, that is coming to an end. You're going to start seeing that these things do not add to your life. I'm not saying that you need to be sober or celibate or that you should never give compassion to anybody, because of course you should give compassion to people, and being sober is not for everybody. If for some people it's imperative, for other people it's a choice that they enjoy making, and for others it's not something that is necessary, or it's not something that is going to help them one way or the other. So it really just depends on who you are, right? But also illusions, these things that you've been um, I almost think you think people are talking about you. There's some paranoia here. There's just this feeling like people are against you, or that things are, the other shoe is going to drop. There's this feeling like you really don't know what's happening sometimes, is what I'm hearing. You don't understand. It's almost like you you see a situation, but it looks very different from what it actually is. And that's coming to an end. You're going to start seeing things much more clearly. And I think you do this, if this is, seeing things in a different way than how they really are, that this is a defense mechanism that you've developed over a long period of time. It's maybe a lot of people have betrayed you, or a lot of situations have gone really badly for you. And so you've developed this way of looking at things that is just not based on reality. And I think we all do that to a certain degree. We all have this denial okay? But that denial is coming to an end, okay? And you're going to start seeing things much more clearly. If this is about a bad habit, if this is about drinking or being in a relationship with people who are wounded and need healing and thinking that you can heal them, that is also coming to an end because we cannot heal anybody. Everybody has to heal themselves, okay? Also, bad memories. I think some of you have some flashbacks and bad memories that come to you, and you remember situations that really you felt embarrassed by, you felt really hurt by, and you feel like you're never going to stop thinking about it. They're very intrusive thoughts. Those intrusive thoughts are coming to an end, okay, for you? Those are ending. All right, so we have the Hermit. So you felt for a long time like group one, you needed healing, and you've done a lot of work healing, and that work should never stop, okay? But we're already perfect on the inside. Our energy is already pristine and perfect and healed, and there's nothing wrong with you. What needs to happen is we're just restoring those lost energy fragments that we left behind during traumatic moments and during difficult times. Okay. Another thing that's coming to an end. Okay, is being alone too much. Okay, is feeling isolated. Is feeling like maybe since the pandemic you've never really left quarantine or lockdown mode, and that is coming to an end. You're going to start gaining new friends, gaining new connections that are going to help you feel less isolated, less alone, and you're going to start seeing the world more clearly because you're going to have people around you. You're not going to just be doom scrolling all the time, feeling like the world is going to end. Okay? I mean, maybe it is going to end one day, everything ends, but it's not going to end anytime soon, guys. So, and maybe this, because you've been alone or because you felt isolated, you've been drinking or you've been, you know, having hookups with people who are not good for you or whatever. There's nothing wrong with having hookups. I'm certainly not shaming you for that. But, you're not going to feel like you need that to have human connection. Okay, because there's a difference between having hookups for fun and for, um, to explore new people and situations and, things like that. And there's a difference between that and having hookups in order to numb ourselves to the pain that we're going through. So we're going to start being able to look at we're going to start being able to look inside more. And because right now I feel like you feel very scared to look inside because you feel like what's inside is very dark and very scary. But it's not. It's not. What's inside of you is beautiful. It is not scary. There are shadows, of course, that are scary at first when we look at them. But what they truly are just wounds. And they're just parts of ourselves that are just as worthy of existing as any other parts, even if other people, don't like them. Even if you feel very unstable, like that card was just kind of moving around, sliding around, you're gonna start feeling stability come back to you and being and feeling like you can see in front of you a little bit because right now there's so much cloudiness in front of you and you just feel so unsure about your future. And that uncertainty, that feeling like things are going to fall apart in any moment is ending. It's coming to an end, okay? And we have the Ace of Swords, beautiful. I love the aces. They're very powerful energy. And for me, sometimes these aces can be long-term energy. So for a long time, there's just been some mental struggle that you've had that you've really, really struggled with. And maybe you've been so scared to face that. Maybe you haven't done meditation, you haven't done therapy, you haven't done anything because you've been so afraid to face these demons, to face these shadows. And that is coming to an end. You're going to start feeling more courageous. You're going to start being able to look at yourself in the mirror and saying, I love you. And you're going to start thinking about the world in a very different way. Okay, you're gonna get a new idea soon, and I think this idea, this like that pops into your mind, it's gonna surprise you because usually the thoughts that pop into your mind are could be dark, or they could be anxiety producing, or depressing, or you know doom kind of thoughts. But this thought is going to be very light. It's going to be like the light bulb, if I can use that cliche. But um, really, it's going to be your guides reaching out and giving you this thought and saying, this is what's possible. This is how your true mind is. And all of this chaos that's been living inside of your mind, like you've been living in your own world, even if you aren't isolated, you've just felt like nobody else could know what it is you're going through. And you're going to start being able to talk about it with people. You're going to be able to get it out. I really do think some of you are going to seek therapy, or are going to start confiding in a friend who is in an emotional place to, to allow this sort of conversation to take place, because not everybody is. Sometimes we can't confide in certain people, not because they're not trustworthy, just because they're not in the place. So it's good to ask. For me, if you want to put trauma dump all over me in the comments, I don't care. I'm not the one who's going to fuss at you for that in a video. That I will never do that. But you might start be able to talk about your trauma slowly but surely with friends or family. And that feeling of isolation and not feeling like you can talk about it is coming to an end. Okay, so group 3, that was what's coming to an end. Let's see what new possibilities are on the horizon for you. Oh, that's amazing. That's beautiful. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. Oh no. I really hope that was recording. I got a low battery warning. Okay. So hopefully this is okay, but group 3, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So that's amazing. That really is truly amazing, because this means that you're going to start feeling comfortable. I feel you've been in discomfort for so long, and comfort is your new possibility. You're actually going to be comfortable in yourself, in your environment, and things are just going to feel so much easier and softer. And you're going to be able to smile, and you're going to be able to you're going to be you're going to be able to talk to people and feel confident in the fact that what you say is okay. Like what you say is just as valid as what anybody else has to say. And you're going to feel like you're in a safe space. Okay. So we have the Five of Wands. You're going to be comfortable with competition. I think right now you feel like if you say what you mean, that people are going to think that you're trying to fight with them, or that you're being sassy or not nice in some way. But what's coming for you is that you're going to be able to stand up for yourself, finally. You're going to be able to say, like, this is what I believe, and be comfortable with it. And also, I think that this is not for everybody, but if you're somebody who fights online a lot or has a lot of arguments, which is definitely not everybody, I think if you are like that, this is not a judgment, but you might also not be so much like that in real life. It might be kind of compensating for real life because you feel like you don't have a voice in real life. But also, you're going to realize that fighting with people online or trying to cause drama in any way, which I'm not saying you try to cause drama exactly. I'm just saying, like, calling people out all the time online, especially, isn't healthy and it doesn't help you or anybody else. It's okay to correct people once and then leave it at that, because people are gonna have their opinions. And even if their opinion is, trash, that doesn't mean you need to convince them that they are trash. And also, if people think that you're trash for your opinions, which I don't think you are, if you're here, then you know you've got a good moral ground. Okay, you've got a good moral standing. There's nothing immoral about your heart. Okay, but people might still disagree with you, and you're not going to let them get to you. You're not going to let them bait you into an argument. Okay, because no matter what you believe, I mean, no matter what you express, other people's opinions are not going to matter anymore, and you're going to be able to hold your own weight in that. Also, you might be getting a new job. You might be looking for a new job or a new way of making money, or even a new apartment, a new house, and there might be a lot of competition. And if that is the case, then you're going to get it. Okay, you're going to hold your own in that. You really are. Okay, what else is coming? Oh, wow, Seven of Wands. Um, Divine protection is coming for you. Okay? Divine protection is already surrounding you, first of all, but you're going to feel it. You're going to feel much safer. Okay, and again, I said hold your own, hold your own. The Seven of Wands is about standing your ground. Isn't that funny? Like, that's literally what I was saying about the Five of Wands is, honestly, that's more of the energy of the Seven of Wands. So you are going to be able to hold your own, but you're going to understand the balance between holding your own and being very forceful with people about your opinions and ideas and beliefs. You're not going to feel the need to convince anybody of anything. You just are going to feel like you have the right to share your opinion. Do you see the difference there? You can share your opinion and you can do whatever you want, but it's better to leave it at that, especially when people get angry about what your opinion is. Okay? And I feel like you stand up for the rights of people. You stand up for the rights of minorities. You stand up for the rights of people to feel what they feel and be what they are. And some people don't like that. But you're not going to let that get to you anymore. And you're going to feel very confident in what you say and what you believe. Okay? And these with the seven, because we have the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Wands, this is a much more, even though it's fire, I feel like it's a much more stable energy than the cups here. Because you know exactly what your goal is in the Seven of Wands. And in the Seven of Cups, you don't really. So if you felt like you were aimless, you were wandering aimlessly through life, what's coming in is you're going to find purpose. Okay? Finally, you're going to really find a true purpose in life. All right. So for group 3, excuse me. Where were things going before the energy changed by watching this reading? Oh wow, Seven of Wands again. So, yeah. I think you really do. You're very passionate, and that's beautiful. That's so wonderful. But the endless arguing and the endless need to feel like you are correct in an argument, which we all have that. This is again not a judgment. Is That's where things were going before. You were kind of going this direction where you were stressing yourself out from feeling like you need to prove yourself in a way. Even though these arguments at the end of the day don't really mean anything. But also, I think you were already on your way to making a choice and what you want to do in life, and stopping with this aimless, directionless energy. This was already on its well on its way to happening even before you saw this reading. Okay, it might have been a hard decision that you were gonna have to make, or that you will make, but this decision was going to be made, and it would have brought you into the right direction. Okay, so now that you know about this energy, about these messages, where is it going? Ace of Wands. That hard decision is no longer going to be that hard. You're gonna have, that aimlessness, that directionlessness is over. It's very soon, and that Ace of Swords and this Ace of Wands mean you're gonna have a new idea about what you want to do, and it's going to be serious. Like once you have it, it's like, oh my gosh, like you're gonna be like, oh my God, I cannot believe I never thought about that. I really like. I think this is what I want to do in life. This is how I want to continue. This is, these are the people I want to be around. This is the kind of, I'm hearing charity. Some of you might be doing charity work, volunteering. You might be wanting to go back to school to do some kind of like social justice. You might be wanting to go into law. You might be wanting to do acting. Okay, yeah, I'm getting that strongly. Some of you want to be actors, and you're going to realize that you can do that. It's not just an illusion. It's real. You can really do that if that's what you want. You can do the creative thing that you've been wanting to do with this Queen of Wands. You can feel confident in yourself without anybody else validating that. You can know that what you believe is the right belief for you, and maybe even for society, without anybody else agreeing with it. Okay? So finally, the advice for you is buy the book. So, just one piece of advice is that it's great to be confident, and it's great to do things in a unique way. But the universe wants you to know there are going to be some things that you need to do by the book. That you need to do. You need to follow certain rules. You need to go to school to do this, or you need to they're just certain social conventions that are there for a reason. And trust me, I know that a lot of those social conventions are BS, but in this case, there are some that you might have been rejecting that you need to give some thought to, and that maybe they are worth following, even if it's just to advance yourself. Because if you are somebody who wants to do something that requires study, then you're going to need to study, and that's okay. You're not betraying anything by doing that. Okay, and I do feel like you feel like the sense of betrayal for doing things in the way that society expects you to, but that's okay. You have all of the beautiful, unique things about yourself. Still, they're going to survive, even if you do something that, society asks you to do it in this way. Okay? So, and some of you might be reading more. And if you do feel the urge to read. You're going to find something very inspiring in that. All right. So group 3, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I will be doing the monthly blessings at the end of each month. And for those who do support me with those things, also comment down below that I'm finding my passion. Yeah, comment down below, I'm finding my passion and I'm sticking to it. Okay? And let that be your mantra for this reading. Alright guys, I love you so much. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is there. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.